Well, diddly dog it, Darlene. Hey, hey, Darlene, guess what?
What you want, Cletus?
I'm in here on the interweb on that YouTube's app, or the Twitter, YouTube's, whichever one of them apps you got me at. I can watch videos. And I sworn this kid on here commented on a video and said, he said he's blind. But you know what's funny about it, Darlene?
What?
The kid replied to my comment. He said he read my comment and replied to it, Darlene. Now, I tell you now, what kids will do on this interweb to get attention, ain't no way. If he's blind, he must be yanking my yanker now. If he's blind, how's he gonna reply to a comment? He can't read no comment if he can't see. That don't make no daggum sense, Darlene.
Well, that don't make much sense to me either, Cletus.
So long, I've been stuck in my ways, but somehow I know I'm gonna change. It makes me stronger. Every time I'm on my way down.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. So definitely the most asked question that I get on YouTube is I really like to be active in the comments, and probably the most popular question I get asked is, how do you read our comments? How do you reply to our comments? If you can't see, how do you know where the comment is? How do you know this? How do you know that? And today I'm going to be answering this question, and hopefully I will be answering and showing you guys a little bit more than just that, because answering this question can also answer a couple of more questions, a couple other questions as well. And I also, if you are new to the channel, I edit my own videos as well, even though I can't see. So I will link that video up in one of these corners. It'll pop out, and also maybe down in the description box, but you can go check that out after you watch this video. And by the way, I hope you liked the little skit at the beginning. That was Cletus and Darlene. So to get started, I use Apple devices, and I use an iPhone, which is an Apple device, and my computer is a MacBook Pro, which is a Apple laptop. And yeah, so any Apple device has an accessibility feature called VoiceOver. And if you do not know what VoiceOver is how blind people basically use technology. We're going to take you through the very basics. Now, if you have an iPhone, it's this simple to turn on VoiceOver. Right now I don't have it on, and you just go, turn on VoiceOver.
Okay, I've turned on VoiceOver.
And Siri, you probably didn't hear, but she said, okay. So you can ask Siri, and Siri will say, okay, I've turned on VoiceOver. Now, I use VoiceOver every day. I edit with it. That's the way I use my phone. That's the way I do just basically everything with technology is VoiceOver. And 6:59 p.m. it talks really fast, and the reason is I listen to it all day. So that's the basics. That is VoiceOver. Now, basically right there is my social media folder. I have folders separating all of my apps. That way I basically have one screen with a bunch of different folders, and it has all of my apps on this one screen. So I have social media, lifestyle folder, 5 apps. That's the one that has YouTube in it. I have everything organized, so it's very easy for me to find, but I can touch. So there's extras folder, but I know social media folder is the top left. So I can touch and drag my finger, and the bottom is where messages is. And I can do it that way, or I can start. That's the top left, and you'll hear, if I swipe to the left, that little doom, that means that that's the farthest left item that I can choose. And then I can swipe. Lifestyle, music, productivity, and I can do that. Now also, there's this cool thing called the rotor. And the rotor, you take 2 fingers, vertical navigation. So I can swipe my finger down. That's what you can swipe left and right. That's how you can go from item to item, or there's a quick navigation, and you can adjust that with the rotor. Headings. So if I'm on a website and I want to skip from heading 1 to heading 2 to skip a lot of stuff that I got to scroll to, I can do that, and I can swipe down and it'll jump to the next heading. Vertical navigation. There's characters, words. So if I'm reading one of your guys' comments and I want to go through word by word, which I'll show you that here in a minute, I can do that, or character by character. Now, and there's speaking rate. So if you watch, I have it on 100%. I covered the speaker.
45, 50%.
We'll do 50% so you guys can now probably understand what she's saying. So now we're gonna go.
Lifestyle folder.
Whoa, that's really
5
slow.
apps.
So lifestyle, if I want to actually click an item, I double tap with one finger.
Lifestyle. Heading. YouTube.
YouTube. So we double tap on YouTube, that's the YouTube app, and it opens up YouTube. And it takes a little bit for it to load.
Ad. $12.90.
So there's an ad.
Meal deal. Large pizza
Some
plus
kind of meal deal. Now,
2 liters.
this is the home tab.
Selected. Home.
So it tells me.
1 of 5.
Good Lord, that's so slow. It tells me that that's the home tab. It's selected home tab 1 of 5. So there's 5 tabs, and I'm selected on the home tab. Then there's trending.
Trending. Tab. 2 of 5.
2 of 5, and then I can go
Subscription.
subscriptions tab 3 of 5. And then so what I'm going to do is so basically I'll just go to my, and also there's
Activity. Tab. 4 of 5.
so there's activity. That's where comments sometimes shows up on YouTube, but about 90% of the time, if I ever don't reply to your guys' comments, it's because YouTube fails to notify me. I don't get hardly any notification. I'll get one notification that I got a comment, and I'll go to the video that I just uploaded, and there will be 8 notifications. So I missed 7. It just failed to notify me. So
Library.
I'm gonna go to the library. I'm gonna go to one of my videos.
Button. Purchases. Button. Video. Video. History. My videos.
There's my videos. So I double tap to click on that.
Button. Watch how a blind guy walks his dogs.
Good Lord. Okay, so here, so it says actions available. So another thing, if
Words. Speaking rate. Contain. Heading. Vertical. Actions.
so, there's actions. It's that vertical quick navigate. So if I wanted to do more actions,
More actions.
see, I do that and I can double tap, and that's where it pops up like you can share the video, you can edit, you can delete, all,
Activate.
and then there's activate, which is the default. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate this video, which will open it up. It's very.
Video player. Video is loading. Heading. Video player. Heading.
Got the dance moves. So, if I want to pause a video or pause music, you take 2 fingers and tap it. There's all kinds of little, like, shortcuts and little things that make it so easy for me to navigate my phone just like a normal person. For instance, the comments are down at the bottom. I take 3 fingers and I can tap.
Page 1 of 6.
It tells me I'm on page 1 of 6. Now I can take 3 fingers again and swipe.
Page 2 of 6.
Page 2 of 6.
Page
3,
3 of 6.
4,
Page 4 of 6. Page
5,
6 of 7.
5, 6. And then 7, it's
Page 6 of 14.
well, it's at 6 of 14, and it does that because at 6 it opens up the comments basically.
You're a lovely couple, and your dogs are beautiful. You inspire me to be fit regardless of what life throws my way. Your positivity is infectious. Purple Heart. MZ Lee. 9 hours ago. 1 like. 1 reply.
So there we go. There was a very sweet comment by someone talking about Brooke and I being a lovely couple, and of course Cooper and Diesel being sweet little dogs. Very sweet and nice comment. So thank you for that comment if you are watching the video. I done forgot. Usernames can be very tricky. So, and it also told me that comment has 1 like and 1 reply, which I liked it and I replied. And the way I like comments is you swipe down.
MZ Lee.
Well, that's who it was, MC Lee.
Like this comment along with 1 other person.
So I've already liked it, so I know the one other person's me. So I could double tap right there and it would like the comment.
Dislike this comment.
I could dislike it.
Reply.
I can reply, so right there I'll show you in a sec.
Remove heart.
And then
Reply. Remove heart.
remove heart. So if I double tap that, I've already hearted the comment, so it would say heart, heart comment. So
Action menu.
and then action menu, I guess I could do some more options, but I don't.
Heart. Reply.
We'll go with reply, which is what this video is all about. So double tap. And then it opens it up.
Text field. All replies.
So now I can see
M. Button. Button.
button, which that button actually, sometimes things really don't tell you. It tells me it's a button. It doesn't tell me what it does. But just from tapping on that button and figuring it out, that's how you close a comment if you don't want to type anything.
Justin Holland.
That's me, and it says text field.
Text field. Is editing. MZ Lee. Character mode. Insertion point at end.
So it says MC League, text field is editing, which means I am typing in that text field. It's a character mode, which means I can go through character by character if I swipe up and down. And also the insertion points at the start. So
Dictate.
Dictate. That's the way I mainly do comments. So I can do, thank you so much, that was very nice of you.
Inserted thank you so much, that was very nice of you.
And you can start dictation and stop dictation, which is just tapping 2 fingers. And then also to say, dang, I didn't really want to say that.
Edit.
I can edit and I can select everything in there.
Characters.
I can go through character by character.
U. O. Y. Y. O. U. U.
And when you hear that dong noise, that means I'm at the very end. But you can also do words.
U. Of. Nine. Very. Very. Nine. Of. You.
Very nice of you. And also you can do lines, text selections. There's all kinds of options that I can do to edit comments. So if I need to edit out some words that dictation picked up very badly, which a lot of comments that I reply to, I use dictation, and that is talk to text. And yeah, you know how accurate that is, not very accurate all the time. So if I do text selection,
word selection,
I can do word selection, character selection, but most of the time I do word selection. And then once I do that, I swipe.
You. Selected.
So I selected the word you. So I'm going to take. So there we go. Everything, I said thank you so much, that was very nice of you. And then I got it all selected. I find the delete button.
Delete.
And then, so the way the buttons work, it tells me that that's delete. But when I let off of it.
Selection deleted.
It deletes it. So same way, so if I wanted to.
Space.
If I wanted to type the word thank you, actually typing it like a normal person, I go to the letter T.
T. T.
And you can hear it, it goes T, and then when I let off, it says it in a different tone. Now there's other ways you can change the settings to where you put it on T and then you double tap and then it does T, but that takes way longer, and I do this a lot. I use my phone all the time, obviously, so I've gotten way better at finding the letters that I want. So I'm going to say thank you so much. And then we got the T. H. A. N.
L. You thank.
Oh gosh, it says you think. And then there's, you can tell I got some struggles. That's some of the things I go through. I don't know what that did. Y. O.
U. Space. U.
U. And then there you go. And emojis.
Next keyboard. Emoji.
You'll just have to wait because that's going to be a video in itself. I don't want this video to get too long. So say I want to.
Just text field. Send comment.
I swipe until I find the send comment button, and then I just go, I'm not going to do it because I've already replied to this comment, but tap on the screen with one finger, double tap, and it will send the comment.
Button.
So there's the button.
Button.
So if I double tap this button, are you sure?
Alert. Discard comment. Heading.
So it says, basically, are you sure you want to discard?
Discard.
So I want to discard this comment because I've already replied.
Video player. Heading.
So video player heading, that's where it always usually goes. And then also it says,
you're a lovely couple. All replies.
All replies, and I can close that to go back to the normal comments. But I got to get it back up on speed. So there we go. That is. So, and I use 3 fingers. I can scroll through like I've already showed you, and I can go through the other comments as well. For instance, we'll see. Maurice Cooper. I knew I was going to get you because Mo watches all of my videos. So yeah, Mo said, your dogs are lovely. Why can't... Or your dogs are so cool. Why can't every day be like this? That is how VoiceOver works. Hopefully that answers the questions of how I read the comments, how a blind person actually can reply to YouTube comments without being able to see it, and how a basic functionality of how VoiceOver works. So, if you did enjoy this video, please smash the like button. And if it's your first time stopping in on the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And as always, guys, thank you all so much for the support. Thank you all so much for watching, and keep getting stronger.